So welcome to my little daily cooking film, and today I'm really pushing the boat out and I'm having a bit of an old school treat. We're starting off in reverse order by making the accompaniment, and I am making triple cooked chips. Now this is something that's been popular in the British pub world for a while, made famous by a legendary British chef called 𝗖𝗵𝘺𝘂𝘁𝗃. And the idea of these potato chips or fries is that you start them off steaming them. So I've started these babies off steaming, and they are King Edward potatoes. You could use Maris Pipers, till they're really soft, and then I've let them cool. And now I'm putting them in the fryer for the second cook after steaming at 130 degrees Celsius, which is about 270 degrees Fahrenheit. Each batch is cooking in the oil for about 4 minutes. I don't want them coloured, but they've got a little bit of crisp and I know they're cooked. And this is going to mean that they're going to be fluffy on the inside, and then just before we serve our meat, I'm going to fire them through the fryer at 180, pretty high, get them all golden, and they're going to go crispy, yummy. But they're to go with the main event, and the main event is something I've wanted to do for ages. And this is the very last fallow deer of the season that we cut about a week and a half ago and froze it down, and I brought it home, and this is what we're cooking. This is a whole side of fallow deer, and I am going to do fallow deer double chop tomahawks. Look at those. So when I say double chops, I mean I'm going to go in with my big old handmade meat cutter here, 𝗖𝗵𝘺𝘁𝗃𝘁𝗃. I'm going to go in and cut that. And just for a moment of sheer meaty pleasure, look at that bad boy.
They're enormous.
Okay, next one.
Is it just the two of us, darling?
Actually, we're feeding the neighbours today.
Oh, great, good.
So, do that one into two. Eek. This is where a big sharp knife that you can draw really helps. And this one is my favourite. 𝗖𝗵𝘺𝘁𝗃𝘁𝗃 here started life as an old cold chisel I found in a shed of an old house we bought a couple of years ago. And I've got a little forge in my garage, and I made that guy out of a cold chisel. The chisel was about 9 inches long, stretched it out to 15 inches or so, put a curve on it. It's got an amazing edge. I can chop through rabbit bones without breaking the edge. It's just a super reliable carbon steel knife. Love it. Sadly not for sale. So I'm just taking the outer layer of sinew off the actual top of the chop part here, and that's just to make them easier to cut when we serve them. I'm leaving all that, look at that beautiful brisket meat on here. Look at that, lovely. I wouldn't dream of touching that. No French trimming or anything like that. Let's just keep these real and beautiful. All right, great. Amazing. I'm going to wash my hands really well. Now, when I'm doing this sort of thing, I'm going from meat to veg to wine. Well, notice I said wine. I've always got a pot of nice soapy water so I can get my hands clean. 20 seconds. Well, 10 anyway. Okay. Clean cloth. Right, got to be organised here. So I've got a metal dish here, and I picked up some of this, one of my favourite little herb seasonings. It's called 𝗪𝗏𝗏, and it's like a North African mix, and it's mainly oregano, but it's got sumac, it's got lemon zest. It's really deliciously smelly and beautiful. Here, smell that.
Oh, that is good.
Lovely.
Nice.
I'm going to put loads of it in a... Oh, and you see there's sesame seeds as well. And that's going to make a lovely herby crust for our friends. And some pepper. Very simple. I'm not mucking around with these. They're too special. Except for pepper, because venison loves pepper. And salt, obviously. Bingo. Right, now a little bit of oil. Like so. And I'm going to use my hands. And then I'm going to get this and I'm going to rub it on our friends.
Well, we were not on our friends.
No, our friends, the Tomahawks.
I knew what you meant.
Fantastic. So, where are we at? Well, there's 3 stages to this. Next stage now is getting these babies in. And I've got this, so I'm going to sit them up on the rack there. My God, look at them, they're heroic. And then I've got one here that's going to be slightly smaller than the others.
And why do you put them on the rack like that?
I'm putting them on the rack so the heat of the oven goes underneath them as well as around them, and we get an all-round roast on them. And I think that's really important. I don't want the bottom to sort of get charry because the bottom of the oven's so hot, or this just kind of guarantees us a little bit of consistency in the cooking. And I'm going to put these in my oven, and it's pretty hot, the oven. My little uni here is cooking away nicely. It's very hot. It's running at about 300 Celsius, which is about 650 Fahrenheit. And I want to get the heat on it because I want it to sear up. But then the key is we're going to rest it. We're going to rest these for at least 10 minutes. And I want them pink all the way through, but I don't want them wobbly and rare in the middle. So here we go. Start that way round, then I'll turn them around. Now, this is how we train dogs. I did this in a pub with pork scratchings. No. No. Now wait. The intensity of the Jack Russell is quite unnerving. Go on then.
Smell good.
I don't want them to burst into flames. I'm just going to spin them round. Pop them in the oven the other way. So I'm going to make our beautiful little accompaniment, which is like mayonnaise, but it's called aioli. So it's handmade in the same way. It's egg yolk, lemon zest, lemon juice, garlic. And then I'm going to put some oregano from the garden in it. I'm just going to keep checking my... Oh. Right, quickly, Mike, stop waffling. Okay, first things first. Just the egg yolk in there. This is one of my beautiful little Cotswold leg bar eggs, hence the blue egg. Next, I need a bit of garlic. Nip the end off the garlic. Like that. And grate it. And I love these little microplane graters, they're amazing. And I'm going to put 2 cloves of garlic in, and boy, this is going to be punchy. And zest this beautiful 𝗖𝗵𝘵 lemon in there. There we go. Right, in it goes. Lemon, garlic. Cut the lemon in half. And now, making sure by cupping my hand over the outside that there's no... There we are, that'll do. There's no pips at all in there. That's lovely. That's done, that'll rest. Remember, I don't want these too rare. That sounds weird, a lot of people think you want it rare, but I don't want them too rare. Right, I've got 2 minutes to make the aioli. So, a bit of salt, some pepper. So I've got garlic, I've got lemon juice, egg yolk, salt and pepper. My pepper grinder is dying. Pour in a spot of olive oil. Gorgeous. That's what we're after. Wow. That's what I call aioli. Right. Yeah. insanely beautiful fallow deer tomahawks. I'm not going to waste the heat of the oven, and I dearly love a bit of sweet corn, so season them while I let those big bad beauties rest for 5 full minutes. I'm now going to turn my attention to finishing the chips. Aioli's made, looks gorgeous. Now it's up to you, if you add a drop more oil it'll get even thicker, but I like it like this, so it's got the consistency of béarnaise sauce. Just spot on for me, that. Okay, let's crank her up. So I'm going to turn those up to 180 Celsius, which is 360 Fahrenheit. Let that come up to heat, and then we're going to finish the chips, put it all together, carve them up.
Let's open that wine.
I'm nearly there. So I've just gone and picked a little bit of oregano from our little veg patch. I'm going to add that to the aioli, so lovely flavours, lemon, garlic, oregano. That's beautiful. Okay, what's next? Drink some wine. Rosé. That is too delicious. I feel, apart from the venison, and maybe with the venison, this is a very southern French type thing. Grilled meat, sunshine, rosé, aioli, and now chips. So this is the third stage of our fries, our chips, and this is what's going to make them triple cooked. Those are going to have like 4 minutes now, by which time these will be rested and we can serve the whole thing up. My corn will be done. I'm going to hand a couple over the wall to the neighbours who have been smelling all this cooking now for a couple of weeks, and they're our great friends, and I promised them dinner, so let's cook for everyone. Okay, I've just got to do this before I hand dinner over. Chips are like crispy and fluffy in the middle. There we have it.
Looking good. Can't wait to eat it. As always.
Well, you're just going to have to wait another few minutes. I'm going to hand this one over the fence to be chewed on and loved, and then we're going to get stuck into ours. I hope you've enjoyed this. Gorgeous thing to cook. Big long rib roast on the bone, roasted in that uni oven. Amazing piece of equipment. Triple cooked chips, aioli with a bit of marjoram, roasted corn.